Hi, this is very much a how-to video on the song Seagull's Call by Proportions, written by Thomas Stark with help from friends. And I'm not going to be performing it, I just want to get you knowing what the chords are, the intros and so on. So use that pause button liberally. No editing, off we go. String 1, intro. 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 3, 2, open. Add a bass note 4 on the fret 5. Here I go. On the open E at the end, play a D11, string 2 fret 1, and play with 3 fingers and a thumb 4, 3, 2 and 1 on the right hand. Or do a spread chord if you know how to do. If you don't know how to do that and want to, imagine that you've got glue on your fingertips and you peel the fingers off one at a time and then select a speed that you like. About that for me. Aim for evenness. 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 3, 2, chord. 2, 3, 5 again on string 1, 3 times. This time we've got a D chord with an added G. String 2 fret 3. Notice I'm using the capo and referring to it as if we're at fret 1. String 4 fret 4 also. If I get that finger out of the way, can you see that? As I say, you've got to pause a lot for this. And again, I strum at the start for the first note. So that's 5, 5, 5, 2, and then string 2 fret 3. At the end, the open string 1, play an E minor chord. You can either play complete E minor, string 5 fret 2, string 4 fret 2 and open strings, or you can pluck strings 6, 3, 2 and 1 all open. Sometimes I will pulse the beat with the thumb like this. Sorry, but without mistakes. Continuing, string 2 fret 3, the tune is 2 fret 3, open 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, open, 2, 2, 3, 2, 0. The chord to go with it, sorry, it's a B minor 9. It is string 5 fret 2, open string 4, and fret 2 on strings 3, 2 and 1. In other words, an A major shape, but moved across on from strings 4, 3, 2 to 3, 2 and 1, with a string 5 fret 2 bass. Adding the tune. Play the whole thing, tune that is, with a little finger, because I want these notes to ring out. If I forget to do it, I will play. It sounds not so good. Notice that I'm also trying to imitate. You've got to listen to the original track a lot. The little bit of an ornament as a slide there, and a appoggiatura 2, 2, 2 slide 3. And then back again and open. Next chord is an F major 6. The tune is, as I say, I'm not getting rid of the mistakes. String 2 fret 3, string 2 fret 1, and string 3 fret 2. Careful with your fingering because you will be restricted. It can't be helped. First finger is going to play an F there, string 6 fret 1, and therefore it can't be used because I want it to be ringing on. So you've got to use your little finger for string 2 fret 3, second finger for string 2 fret 1, and third finger for the string 3 fret 2. There's no other way, unless you have more fingers on your hand than I do. Syndactyly, I think it's called. Hannibal Lecter was said to have it in the book, but not in the film. Next, string 2 fret 1, string 2 fret 3. Next tune is 1 3, and then string 1 twice, 0010, back to string 2 fret 3. Oh, sorry, 010 on string 1, string 2. Third or fourth, sorry, coming up. String 1 open, then back to string 2, 310, string 3 fret 2. Whole little phrase there, tune that is, 1 3 on string 2. Then open 1, 310 on string 2, string 3 fret 2. In other words, starting on string 2 fret 1, you're working your way pitch wise up, 1 3 0, and then coming back down again, 3 1 0 2. Chord, it technically is a C major chord with a B flat in the bass, which means that the notes are in the C7 chord. So that will be first, second, third, fourth inversion, if you like that kind of thing. We've got a wonderful crunchy dissonant clash coming up there. So we have a B flat and a B natural. So it's up to you really, to your ears and your how you're feeling at the time, whether you want to relax the hand, mute the strings with your first finger, continue the tune on its own. Make sure you use your third finger on string 3 fret 2 so you can play the next chord, or you can leave the dissonant there. Dissonance really ringing on, not just in the ear or the mind. If you really want to emphasize it, you can do the pulsation on the bass there. Depends what mood I'm in. Next chord, F sharp minor 11 offhand. So it is string 6 fret 2, string 4 fret 2 also. Mostly having to use thumb and 3 fingers through this piece so far. String 3 fret 2, and then an open second. Play them together, 6 4 3 and 2, thumb 3 fingers, 2 3 4 2. And I will keep the thumb pulsating on the start of each beat, so it'll be thumb and finger, thumb and finger. Or just listen to the track and see what you think fits best for solo guitar. Next, verse, introduction to the verse. It's an A sus2 or A major with no third. String 5 open, string 4 fret 2, string 3 fret 2, open second. Pattern on the right hand is, that is 5 4 3 4. Tune a little. Yep. 5 4 3 4 2 3 4. Then I use my little finger on the left hand to tap fret 3 on string 6. That's not the original, but it does emphasize the rhythm that we need, which I need to talk about at some point. At the moment, treat the intro, then the introduction to the verse as separate tempos, but I don't play them that way, and I'm not sure that I'm right. I join them up, I use the same pulse for both. As I say, I'll talk about it in a minute if I remember. 3 times, on the 4th time it's 5 4 3 4 2. Don't finish the pattern. I took a walk, A major, we're into the verse now. String 4 fret 2, string 3 fret 2, string 2 fret 2, fingers in a line, play strings 5 and 1 open. Strumming now. That's pretty much how I'm going to strum throughout. Dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is basically it. So if your hand can move up and down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then practice big, small, small, big, small, small, and then try it on the guitar. Big, small, small, big, small, small. Go fast on the big ones to make the make it louder. And then pick out what you need. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With a little bit of extra in between. I'll go slowly and then I'll speed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the down, I'm using the tips of my fingers bunched up together. On the up, I'm using the corner and back of my thumb. But I'll show you another way in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you notice that the arm is performing the service of keeping the beat, but we aren't playing all the time. We're going down when we need it, like a record tone arm. And you have to decide what you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. What sounds right for you? Very important that you try to get a bit of a wave-like pattern to it. So not only do you want loud, soft, loud, soft, loud, but you should also try to emphasize the wave nature because it really helps. It's a lot easier later on in the next section. I'll show you that in a moment. Quite a long moment. Fast up, speed it up. You can do it with one finger. So down on the up, I put my fingertip on string 1 and allow my finger to catch string 2, but probably not 3. Doesn't matter if it does. For those who don't know or haven't practiced or don't realise, upstrokes are generally small because if you play them large, covering all the notes of the chord, you will get a strange sound because the pitches are dropping and we can hear that effect. It's like a musical waterfall, whereas up sounds like it's all one thing. If you go quickly enough on an upstroke, it's okay, but we don't want it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You may have to play that pattern a lot. 10, 50, 100, 200, 500 times. You might not be able to play it by ear. Down, up, down, down, up, down. You might have to count for a long time. Who knows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or using the conical method. 3 is a tack-it-ta, 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 tack-it-ta. Sing Matilda. So that might help as well. Next chord, I took a walk. So by the stormy sea, A11, string 2. It's not a road. Well, it is, but it's not. It's a guitar chord also. String 2, fret 3. String 3, fret 4. String 4, fret 5. In a kind of staircase. So as I took a walk by the stormy sea, along the shore. It's a D minor chord, string 1, fret 1, string 2, fret 3, open G though. We have a nice thin texture here. Rhythm continues as before. Da, is kind of one unit, and that happens to almost every chord. Next chord after the D minor, you can call it what you like, but it could be, I don't know, it could be a G minor 7 if you're being strict, and G, D and F if you stick a B flat in that as well. But basically it's a G droning. Next chord is part of an A7 chord or a diminished 7th. The notes are C sharp, string 2, fret 2, G, string 1, fret 3. I'm using fingers 2 and 4 myself. So we have, then we have D7, string 2, fret 1, string 3, fret 2, string 1, fret 2, and as I keep saying, do pause the video. So string 2, fret 1, pause when needed, string 3, fret 2, string 1, fret 2, back a little bit, D minor, A7, D7. I'm throwing in the D there, you might not need it. G minor 6 next. Definitely not a D there, it's too fat. Too thick a chord, you know. Next chord, G minor 6 is string 2, fret 3, string 3, fret 2, and an open first string. That gives you G minor 6. The E there is a 6th in the chord. We have G, we have a D and a B flat and an E, or a B, or an E minor 7/2 diminished. That's E minor 7 flat 5. But it's basically put your fingers there. I had a friend, Owen Lord, and he generally called everything that on the guitar, and it didn't stop him from learning stuff, although it wasn't easy for him explaining to people, but they often got it as well. He said, do that, then that, then that. It can work, as long as you know where you're going. D minor, A7, D7, G6, G minor 6. The Northern Wind, A major, again, had its hold on me, A11, and sent my thoughts into the wild. That is a D11, thoughts, string 2, fret 1, open 4, 3 and 1. So the texture or the voices have increased now. We've got 4 definite strings there, 4 definite voices. Set my thoughts in 2, into the wild. In 2 is just a D chord. Because I'm using finger 1 before it, I prefer to play my D chord using fingers 2, 3 and 4. You don't have to at all, and there is a lot of merit and reason for actually playing your D chord the normal way. String 3, fret 2, finger 1, string 1, fret 2, finger 2, string 2, fret 3, finger 3, because next chord is a B minor with an added E, which makes it B minor 11. To me it sounds like B minor 7 with a suspended 4th. But it depends on what your ears are used to. It's just a beautiful chord. It's got a pair of 4ths there, and another one. So it's got 3 perfect 4ths and a major 3rd, which will give you a strong reason why the chord sounds so open and interesting. Sounds very neutral to me, almost as neutral as you can get. To me, that reminds me of sharp 9s, really. That's why I tend to use that chord. Anyway, implied chords are a completely different subject. Not that I'm an expert. So, Lord, it's hard. I'm going to send my thoughts into the wild. So you see here, if I use my fingering from the D11 to the D, if you use the D with these 3 fingers, then you're going to need your little finger to stay where it is to play the B minor, and I don't mind that, but the 3rd finger is stronger than the little finger with most people, so perhaps go for that. I'm pretty sure that's what Thomas Stark uses. Thoughts into the wild. Next bit, Waves Came Crashing, D again, D major, Waves Came Crashing, D11 again, D minor this time, Crest Came Crashing, D, string 1, fret 1, and we'll take nothing for granted, I assume that you don't know anything. String 2, fret 3, and string 3, fret 2. I don't know if you can see that. Let me try to make it clearer for you. Get the little finger out of the way. D is being a pedal note or drone through this. We have the A7 again, so this time we have string 1 fret 3, little finger, string 2 fret 2, like last time, string 3 in addition, string 3 fret 2, so the voicing is thicker. D7 again, full G minor this time, hello cyclist. This time we have string 1 fret 3, string 2 fret 3, hello second cyclist. Oh, same red shirt as me. String 3 fret 3. Now, if you are using fingers as described by me, then you will have a common finger. The second finger from D7 is shared, moving to G, the B flat there, for that G minor. It makes life a lot better and simpler, I mean, if you have a common finger. So when you're working out your fingerings, changing between chords, see if there's a finger that you can keep in common between them. Sometimes you can't. When you're going from A major to A11, it's just all shift from platform 2 to platform 5 or 4. It's not too big a leap. So back to the chorus. Waves came crashing, crest came crashing, wind was roaring. Lovely chord coming up next. We have the same shape from the G minor. Take your little finger off, slide these fingers up to fret 5, which gives you string 2 fret 5 and string 3 fret 5. And that's a C major chord with a D in the bass. In other words, it's classified as a D11. And it has a certain amount of need for resolution. Two ways of playing this, by the way. If you keep on with the strumming, put your first finger down on string 1 fret 3 to get rid of the doubled E there, and back to D major, which allows that lovely tune there. If you just play a C here with the open E, the melody on the first string, instead of being ba da da, just becomes da da da, a whole lot gentler. But ba da da, anything that can suggest to the ear a wave has to be a good thing in this song, and it's more interesting. And these two fingers staying where they are, that's another feature of great music, I think. Some voices staying where they are, and other voices moving around them. All of that because it's repeated on the next bit. Oceans crying, D11, kept on trying, D minor A7, D7, could not hear, the seagull's call. Then we have a little twiddly bit. This is close to what Thomas plays on the flute. He goes to string 2 fret 5, not on his flute, and plays 5, 3, and it's a little ornament. It's a mordant, upper mordant. You play 5, and when you get to 3, you play 3, hammer on 5, in other words, tap with the left hand finger, and then do a pull off, so pluck the string with the third finger. If this is too advanced for you, don't play it. Here it is without. 5, 3, 2, 0. String 3 fret 2. So ignore the ornament for now. I'll show you my version in a minute. Then okay. Next bit, string 2, 0, 2, 3, 2. I was going to tell you about this alternative. You can do this as the intro instead of. You can do 5, 3, and then an ornament like this. 2, or on string 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 0. But doing it like this way: play 2, hammer on 3, pull off, pluck. In other words, pluck with the left hand, and another pull off. Then onto string 3 fret 2, up to speed, now proper speed, so that's something to work on. And then, which is string 3 open, fret 2, hammer on, open second, string 2 fret 3, pull off, play and pull off, pluck with the left hand finger, open third. And then I round it off by playing string 6 fret 3, it's a G major chord, and string 5 fret 2, and I just use my thumb to go 6 5 4 6 5 4. Sometimes if I feel like it I will pluck string 3 in between, like that, 6 5 pluck, and then we're back to, so that will be we'll get right. Now the stormy bit in the middle of the song, I Was Born by the Raging Sea, E minor. What I do is I use a link, because there's a big section before this on the track and I can't do that, I will use my version, play 3 times. Well, it is farmland after all. Wasps, but they're outside. And then I give it a good bash on the E minor. And I stay there. I will do 3 times, then put my third finger down on string 3 fret 2 to temporarily give an E suspended fourth, and then put my little finger down on string 3 fret 4. So we've got this little melody to give some interest while the other strings are staying where they are, so the other voices are staying still, like I mentioned earlier on. So we have this really establishing the E minor and bringing in the opportunity to do a wave pattern. We can go loud to soft and loud to help with the imagery of the song. I was born by the raging sea. These chords are E minor, was born, I play, unless I'm forgetting it, I play A minor 7 basically, which is string 2 fret 1, open 5th, open 3rd, open 1st, and I also add in, because this is Thomas's chord, the D there, so we've got a nice bunch of 4s again. We're going to need one more. I think we have Open University theme there, and a lot of other things besides. And Jan Ackerman. So, E minor, was born by the raging D, but you don't have to emphasise string 1. It's not in the song much. I don't think it's in there at all. I was born by the raging, but I'll put it in now, raging, until I've learnt the song properly. When we get to the next chord, so we've had E minor, add a D, D, then we have E minor 7. So if you're using standard fingering, 1, 2 and 3 for D, you'll have string 2 fret 3 ready, put your E minor shape on, no little finger needed, and now that's the 7th, the D in E minor 7, which is E, G, B, D. There's a lot of that in this piece, so you've got, here it comes, great. I was born by the raging sea. Notice that the melody, I'll talk about it another time in a different video, but born is the minor 9th, great. By the raging sea. Many memories, and it gets a bit vague here, but this is close to what it's supposed to be. Many memories. We've got a D still with an F sharp bass, so that's the fingering that you'd have to use. I'm blocking off string 5, by the way, with the back of my first finger so that I can drag straight through, but I do tend to use thumb and 3 fingers. I tend to alternate between strumming there when I want to play a chord that has strings you need to miss. Many memories. Now, how does this one go? Oh, yes, I know. Ugh. Is that right? Yeah, sounds about right. Many memories. I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to learn it. Forever buried in me. That'll have to do for now, yeah. This doesn't sound right. I'll do that for now. A major with a C sharp. String 2, fret 2, string 3, fret 2, string 4, fret 2. In a line, small bar A there, 3-string bar A. And a 3rd or 4th finger on string 5, fret 4. I've just had a memory lapse, so it doesn't sound right to me. I was playing that, an A add 9 with C sharp bass, but that's not quite right. Oh yes, and I made a mistake earlier on. I was born by the raging. Well, it's not. It really should be a D with an added G, which is here. String 2, fret 3, open 3rd, string 4, fret 4, string 5, fret 5. If you want to pick it, it's a backwards arpeggio, as I call it, 2, 3, 4, with a bit of thumb there at the start. Or you could just do. I was born by the raging sea. So that way you'd have to swap the first finger for a different one to get to the E minor 7, but it's not a big deal. Many memories, forever. Yeah, it's close but wrong. Forever, buried. Yeah, and I really can't remember what chord that is, but I'll put that one in for now, and I'll do another video. String 2, fret 1, and I'm playing open 6, 4, and 3. Forever, buried in me. This is not close to the original. It's fret 2 on strings 3, 4, 5, and 6. What I do is I double up the thumb there, play string 6 and 5 while I'm playing 2, 3, 4, and I emphasize string 5 at the end. Either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2. I'm going to do 1, 2, change 1, 2. Repeat. Standing tall while the wind blew in, made me soft but gentle. So close. Gentle, gentle. Yeah, I'll have that for now. Try it. String 3, fret 2. Get rid of that fly. String 3, fret 2. Open 4th. String 5, fret 4. Open 2nd. And again, I'm playing thumb and finger, middle index. 2, 3, 4. With an urge to be free, with an same thing, it's a repeat of the chords, with an urge to be free. Then the ending, you don't really have to know what the chord is, but it's a B6 9, I'd call it, B add 6 add 9. It's string 5 fret 1, string 2 fret 1, and pluck the same sort of idea as before, 5 and 2, and then play 2, 3, 4. And then the finger's going to move because there's a lot of movement between strings 2 and 1. Listen out to the tune on the track, and you'll figure how many times, or whether it's, but basically the right hand. That's the essential idea. So I'll guess that it's that for now. Then string 6, it's an F sharp minor 11 again. So this time string 6 fret 2, middle finger, string 4 fret 2, 3rd finger, string 3 fret 2, little finger, and play 6 and 2 together, and play 2, 3, 4. Remembering that movement of the 3 fingers when needed. Next chord, there is it's an F6, 9 again. Same as the idea here. So we have string 6 fret 1, first finger, string 2 fret 1, second finger, and the right hand is playing 2 3 4 2 3 4 with the movement, removing all the fingers, and the thumb staying where it is. I've got to get rid of my miserable face. That's better. No, can't do it anymore. Then back to the F sharp minor 11, back to the F6 9, finally to return you play B flat 6 add 9, so it's that string 5 fret 1, string 2 fret 1, another bar of it. When you do get to here, notice I've dispensed with the strumming because you can't do it here. The waves and the storm have to come earlier. You've got to convey the wavy motion by your fingers. See? Finally. And we're back to the intro. The ending, last verse, took a walk to the stormy sea, along the shore, where I alone could be, the northern wind had its hold on me, and so on. That's it. To the wild. There's one little bit at the end, so we've got waves came crashing, crest came crashing, voices calling, very near, same, oceans crying, you kept on trying, the seagulls call at last. Now because it's a long tail out on the track, I go at last, and then I decide how long I want it to be. At last is here within, and you could just end there or slow down. Last, at last is here within, and tail off like that. I've been working on an ending which is very close to the original, very similar. I'm not sure I can play it for you, but we'll do this as a little tail out. So that is, you can see the shape here, string 1 fret 5, string 2 fret 7, string 3 fret 2. So the chords I'm going to use, ignore the right hand for now, slide it back to 3 5 5, take the first finger off, play a D shape here, string 1 fret 5, string 2 fret 6, string 3 fret 5. I do this, take the finger off, back on, and then I do string 1 fret 3, string 2 fret 5, string 3 fret 6. So that becomes this. Then which is string 2 fret 3, first finger, and fret 5 on strings 1 and fret 5 on strings 3 also, lifting the little finger off and on, or which is string 3 fret 5, string 2 fret 7, fingers 1 and 4, and string 1 fret 5 middle finger. And there we have G minor, fret 3, fret 3, fret 3, can't say fret 3, on strings 1, 2 and 3. Right hand is essentially playing thumb and ring finger and playing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Not too much thumb, again it's up to you. last bit, back to Thomas's version, is string 1, fret 3, string 5, fret 2, string 3, fret 5, and probably this fingering, fingers 1, 2 and 3. Start with the first finger off, back on again. And I've been choosing to play instead string 2, fret 3, first finger, string 3, fret 5, open first, little barre, oh sorry, so it's a bit of weird fingering. You do 4 and 1, 2, 3, little barre, then play string 2, lift the barre off, play the open first string, and play 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that, and that's the whole thing. Tail out, or don't put that on as an ending. I'm looking forward to getting this bit right. I'm not quite there with it. The problem I've got is that I'm recomposing, I'm changing it because I'm thinking it through. Do I want, or do I just want Thomas's, which is brilliant. Sometimes elaborate is beautiful, so when you do work on that last bit, make sure that you're listening to what melodies have been coming out. And decide whether you like them or not. There's loads of ways of doing it. Not so sure I like that when I was thinking, oh yes, these chords you can have there. I thought, I much prefer the arpeggiation. I like that better. See where I'm going with this. There we go. Hope you enjoyed that. 20 minutes of screaming through a 6-minute piece. Loads of other things that could be said. Not that I know what they would be, but if I listen to the track some more, I will know. Talking about the structure of it and harmony would be great, and I hope that helped you. Obviously, if you can share this rambling, if you think it's helpful, please do. And I don't want to edit it out, but there will be an edit because the battery storage of the phone ran out, so I'm going to have to chop these up and put them together anyway. So expect a jump cut somewhere, and a really bad one. See ya.